Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade honeybee and pollinator friendly seed packet mix. So it's most likely going to be cheaper to buy it online on Amazon. I have researched a lot of different options out there, and usually they're between $6 and up depending on how much you order. But the thing that I noticed, the common denominator for everything is all the seed packets that I could find out there had weeds mixed in them. And when I say weeds, I mean forget-me-nots, milk thistle, morning glory, things like that that you don't want in your mix. Some people don't mind if they just throw it out in their pasture and that's in their meadows and that's what you want. Perfect. Those seed mixes will work best for you. But for people like me that actually want to grow in their gardens and have well-behaved flowers, that does not work out for me. So I decided to take it into my own hands and make my own seed packets. So some of the seeds are going to be specifically targeted for honeybees, but some of them also for bumblebees. So let's go over the seeds that I chose. So these two big mixes I ordered on Amazon. I got Bachelor Button mix, and then I got a marigold mix. It's called Cracker Jack Mix African Marigold Sunflower Seeds. And it's approximately 1/4 pound. Same thing here, 1/4 pound. Really excited, and I got bulk because I'm gonna make a lot of different seed packets. California poppies and poppies in general are for the pollinators, but I got this at a local Home Depot, so I wanted to try the purple just because it's a little bit more unique. Got painted daisies, so Shasta daisies are pretty good for the bees as well. Cosmos. These were $1.69 right now at Home Depot. Something that I noticed too is it doesn't tell you how many seeds come in the package. They just tell you grams now. So the Cosmos are 1.25 grams. And then some zinnias. I got some snapdragons, and the only reason why I got snapdragons is because it's really easy to grow in Washington State. So these grow really, really good around here. And that's really honestly the only reason why I picked this up. I'm not sure if it's good for the pollinators. I'm not sure if it attracts the pollinators. So I know that bees can see white and blue, but they can't see red. So it comes with white flowers. So when in doubt, if you don't know if it's pollinator, if it's bee attractive, usually bees are attracted to white flowers and blue most of the time. Most of the time. Hummingbirds like red usually, so if it's red, then you know that the hummingbirds will like that. I read that cone flowers also attract bees, so I got a bunch of packets of cone flowers. And then these are seeds that I already had. Black-eyed Susans are good for the bees. This one is a vine, so it's a little bit different, but it's still a black-eyed Susan technically. On the top of the bee list, I have to say bee balm or bergamot is really good for the bees. So if you have bee balm or mint, for example, I have apple mint. Well, I've got all the varieties of mint, but when it goes to flower, you will see tons of bees all over your bee balm and your mint. I've got apple mint. I kind of let it grow wild in my garden. And towards the end of summer, seems like about August, it starts flowering, and I just have all sorts of bees on mine. So if you don't mind growing mint, that's a good one. I've got some sunflowers, but I only mixed that in here because I already had that. Sweet peas attract the pollinators. So I've got kind of an older seed mix from 2019. It's called Spencer Ripple Formula Mix. And these are gonna be very fragrant. I purposely bought fragrant ones so that the bees and myself could enjoy it. Lavender. So most people know lavender, bees love lavender. So I got just a tiny little packet of lavender. The reason why I didn't buy a lot of lavender seeds is because in Washington State, it's hard to grow from seeds unless you have a nice greenhouse or little really warm area. I don't have a lot of luck growing it from seeds, so I like to just grow the plant, buy the plant at the store, bring it home, and have it already grown for me. So I didn't get a lot of seeds just because I didn't want to disappoint anybody that I give these seeds to. Calendula is also a really good plant for attracting bees, and they they look a little bit like this flower right here. They're orange and yellow, and they also have medicinal properties, so you can use it also for other purposes too. And they do spread a little bit in the garden, so keep that in mind if you buy calendulas, but that's also a really good seed mix to buy. And looks like I forgot to buy that one. But other than that, I've got all my seeds here. I think this is a pretty good spread though. What do you guys think? You don't have to do this. This is just for gifting. But I bought the cutest envelopes that say bee friendly wildflower seeds. And they're packets. They're not very big. They're a little bit smaller than the seed packet. But this is gonna be gifts for people, and I think this is absolutely perfect. So I ordered 2 packages off of Amazon. Each package comes with 200, made in China. They are 3.5 by 2.4 inches. And they were fairly inexpensive. This is also kind of like for weddings, for party favors, wedding favors, stuff like that. People could take home some seeds. But I'm gonna do this as a gift, just in general, no event other than please and thank you. Well, let's get to it. Let's get these all mixed up and see. It's gonna take a little while. So like I said, is it more cost effective to buy a pre-mixed package? I'm gonna say yes. It is probably cheaper to just buy your own pre-mixed honeybee flower seed packet, but keep in mind you won't get as large quantities as you will here buying your own and mixing it all together, but also you're gonna get some unwanted plants mixed in there, such as morning glory, milk thistle, plants that some of us might not want to throw in our garden. So what I did here is I started mixing the seeds in no particular order in a bowl, and then I used my hand to mix it all up, and I tried as best as I could to get the seeds evenly spread and mixed in the bowl. But do realize that if you mix them, if you place them individually in seed packets like I'm doing, it's not going to be evenly spread out. So some people might get more poppy seeds versus more Bachelor Button seeds. So this way is kind of more sporadic versus if you wanted to really control how many seeds are in each packet, I would definitely recommend doing it by hand. So it would take a lot more time. But this is just going to be gifts, so I'm not really picky about who gets what. But I noticed that the closer I got to the bottom of my bowl, that's where most of my poppy seeds and the really tiny seeds kind of fell down to. Keep in mind, you guys, that if you can just plant your seeds directly in your garden, and I would highly recommend that if you're just planting them in your garden alone and not giving it as a gift. So you can plant your zinnias in the front and then your taller plants in the back, and I would strongly suggest doing it that way versus putting it in a bowl. This is just for gifting. Okay guys, I'm all done. I'm super excited. I made about a little shy of 50 seed packets. I've got like 48, and my mom and my aunt already are gonna want 2, so I'm gonna minus 2 off that, and the rest are gonna be for gifts. Honestly, I'm giving these away to my clients. May 20th is National Bee Day, which is when I'll be releasing this video. in honor of all of our very critical and important pollinating bees. So May 20th, yay, let's celebrate the bees and appreciate them. Let's celebrate their importance and how valuable they are to our society and to our whole environment and our world. So as I was filming this, I realized I did forget to order my calendula flowers, so I will be ordering that. I just ordered a 1/4 pound on Amazon, and it only cost $15 for that large amount. And that, you could see how big of a package that is. That's gonna be a lot of calendula seeds. And another good thing I was telling you guys about is mint. If you have room in your garden, or if you have some buckets, I would suggest containing mint in a bucket because it will spread. Some of them spread faster than others, but mint is pretty naughty. It does spread throughout the garden. So contain them if you want, but once they get that flower, it will attract all the honeybees and a lot of other pollinators actually. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to thumbs it up, and happy National Bee Day.